Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 16th to May 22nd, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, be sure to check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This week is kicked off by a superflower moon in Scorpio that, when passing into the Earth's shadow, will be a total lunar eclipse blood moon. This intensified supermoon may stir up some changes, with the eclipse exposing what is hidden. So we're going to look at different aspects of that. Okay, so in this first column, let me spread out these cards here because I'll be adding some more. In this first column here, we are looking at what's undergoing transformation in your life. You have this moth spirit, surrender now. You have the Lovers, King of Cups, Four of Wands, surrounding perhaps your singlehood, your being a bachelor or a bachelorette, possibly. In this middle column, we look at what is hidden. You have netcaster, preparations come to fruition. You have the Three of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Sun. And in this third column, we are looking at advice from your future self, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. You have the Death card, Three of Cups, Queen of Wands. So we're going to go through the meanings here and clarify as we go. So in this category of transformations, the surrender now, it does kind of clearly jump out with the Lovers card, King of Cups, Four of Wands, as some type of long-term commitments, possibly marriage, or moving in with someone, making something kind of celebrating a milestone being reached when it comes to a long-term commitment, which pretty much seems like an engagement, marriage, things along those lines. So the surrendering now is, possibly what you did when you were single, possibly surrendering your heart even, but it pretty much kind of is like there's no struggle, there's no need to struggle. It is a transformation of sorts. And so let's take a look at the Lovers here. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is, fours are about stability and structure. So here you have this building block based on, a mutual partnership or a decision to, connect with the heart, communicate honestly, openly, and, share your future together. Let's look at the King of Cups. You have the Seven of Wands, which is like an inner conviction. So for some of you, it's like a standing your ground, but also it could be a sense of like you had a certain idea of what this person would be like. Perhaps, King of Cups is like a romantic individual, emotionally sturdy, supportive, sensitive, and really wants the best for everyone. It could be that you were looking for a different type of person, or you just know in your heart that this individual is the person for you. So there's no need to fight against yourself, or maybe you just want to shout it out to the world. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands here. You have the Eight of Pentacles, which is, a sense of creating value, putting your heart and soul into creating something that is going to have a long-term benefit. So if this is not love, if this is more like romantic love, if this is more of like a business partnership where it comes to perhaps providing some service of, support, some type of artistic, possibly creative, what's the word? Creative innovations. I'm thinking of like someone who is like a counselor in a way of possibly even like a career counselor, even someone who's like wanting to get into some type of like graphic novels is what kind of popped into my mind. So if it's not love and it does look like love, it does seem like a sense of, you possibly were just at some point just making sure that you were okay, like the foundation was good enough for you. And now you're in a place where there's someone else to kind of consider. And then in terms of the Seven of Wands, it might be that you have softened up a little bit. Maybe you're someone who is just like, I'm not going to date somebody who's like this, and you end up marrying someone like this. And with the Four of Wands, it is going to be like, this is going to be your main kind of investment going forward in terms of like a marriage and your family. And it possibly is like, it might be that you've had to kind of put your work on hold to really prepare for a wedding. That can be kind of difficult. So here in this, discovering what is hidden, the netcaster preparations come to fruition. Three of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Sun. It's kind of indicating like you kind of put things out there into the universe, and you've been having like some type of, intention, goal coming or in mind, and it's really like slowly coming together. So if this is a preparation for like a wedding with a Three of Wands, it's like kind of networking. It's like planning out your success. Ace of Swords is definitely a sense of victory, a sense of like even new idea, inspiration. It's not the Ace of Wands, but it's a sense of clarity, and again, that graphic novel concept is coming up. And then with the sense of clarity, again, with the Sun, things are coming to light. Things are happening. So let's take a look at the Three of Wands there. You have the Two of Wands. So a sense of really kind of going outside of your comfort zone and moving to a path where you know it is something you're not used to experiencing, but you're excited about that potential, and a little scared, which can, be leading to the Four of Wands. If you think of each of these individuals having their Two of Wands and kind of converging together. Let's take a look at the Ace of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords. So it's definitely, if you've been under stress, if you feel like you've just been overthinking something, it's as if things are coming together. It's going to make sense. It's going to be clear, and you're going to be victorious in that. So let's see. And I know, for if this is about planning a wedding even, then this Ten of Swords might indicate if there's something that isn't coming together, consider just it's just over and done with. Let's say there's a certain caterer that just you've been trying to get a hold of, and you have this deadline of needing to make certain arrangements, and you've already made accommodations. Certain things, if they're not coming to fruition, if it's not falling into place, you might want to just say, done. I'm going to do something else. So let's take a look at the Sun. You have the Page of Swords, which is similar to the Ace of Swords in a sense of, gathering information, getting more clarity, and messages are going to be coming in. You're going to be getting a lot of communication, possibly a lot of RSVP stuff. Let's see here. And this advice from your future self, reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. It's almost as if your magic castle in the sky is within reach. With the Death card, Three Cups, Queen of Wands, it is almost a sense of a transformation. Again, I'm thinking of someone who is giving up their single life, transforming their priority, what they're investing in, and not really just going out and partying it up and being like a saucy minx, with everyone. But also to some degree, it could be that this is your transformation from single to not single, partying it up, celebrating it, and you stepping into your married saucy minx energy. So let's take a look at this Death card here. It's Nine of Cups. So even though Death card transformation, there is some discomfort there. There is it is a process. This process is going to be you fulfilling your wishes. Let's take a look at the Three of Cups. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is kind of a sense of responsibility, reputation, working hard, working a little bit slowly. So this does kind of fit in with putting together like some type of party. Thinking like a bachelorette party for some reason. But also, it's almost like if this is you and your crew partying it up, celebrating, then you would be viewed as the Knight of Pentacles in the group, in the sense of like, oh, I gotta go home to so and so. We've got an early day tomorrow, or kind of, yeah, the person who leaves to go hang out with their significant other. It's kind of like doing the responsible thing, but also doing the work to maintain that, like, that partnership. And let's look at the Queen of Wands for you reaching your destination. You have the Nine of Wands here. So some type of anxiety. It could be just stress, because everything else seems to be just great. And I mean, it could be related to work. It could be related to, a partnership that you have. But really, this seems to be some type of transformation when it comes to romance, and kind of going from single to being that couple, to celebrating that union, possibly even, moving in together, moving somewhere together. And it is a transformation from thinking just about you and your foundation and your happiness alone, to kind of, needing to work on this, really investing in this partnership. And for those who, have a sense of mystery, sense of like being the boss and having people follow you, if you are concerned about that changing, I don't think the transformation has to be getting rid of everything that you liked about being single, but also it can be a sense of like stress or anxiety when it comes to trying to plan this amazing day. Like, know people who plan their wedding. I plan my own wedding. We didn't have bridesmaids. We didn't have groomsmen. Did it all ourselves. That probably was not the best thing to do, because this was probably me on my wedding day, to some degree. Otherwise, I was eating cake. Anyway, I'm hoping that this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.